What's up, people? Sarah is doing a Kundalini activation. So I thought, let's do a walk and talk. The beast is still parked up. As you can imagine, a wonderfully peaceful night's sleep. No one around. It was just us. And yeah. There's that mine, by the way. Don't really know what's cracking off there. I'm not sure you can see too much, to be fair. But anyway, folk, I thought we're just chilling out today. I've been on a mission for the last, well, I've posted for 21 days, I believe, in a row now on my mission for 60 vlogs. And seeing as though we're just going to chill out today, we're not really going on an adventure. We're going to Newquay tomorrow, by the way. I thought I would share some thoughts with you, because especially when I posted my drinking beer video a couple of days ago. Wow, how controversial. A guy drinks beer. Maybe a few too many beers, but holy fuck. It's the end of the world for some people because Life of Si is having a beer when he said he has not much money left. Anyway, I thought, yeah, this is the perfect opportunity to share some real thoughts with you guys, and hopefully it helps some people out there. That's the truth. And I've not done one of these for a while because obviously we're doing daily vlogs and really it's all about journeying now. Oh, I think we've got some cows in the distance that are going to say hello to us on this walk. I've not been up here, to be fair, so let's see. But yeah, this is not one of these things where I'm telling you what to do, by the way, being Mr. Motivator or any shit like this. I just genuinely want to help people, simple as this, and share my thoughts. Now, let's jump straight into it. People mentioned about on my beer video, by the way, 99% of you guys, you understand the situation, you're super supportive. So this isn't a, you know, talking about haters and all this kind of shit. I just literally just want to share my thoughts with you guys on what I think about my experience of working in the 9 till 5 world. Because I'm 36 years old and I left school when I was 16 years old, went straight into being a plumber, and I've basically worked, other than doing businesses and stuff like this along the way, but regardless, I've worked from 16 until I was 35 when I left my job in property investment just over a year ago, about a year and a half ago, something like this. Been living in my van for the last 2.5 years. And I want to share my thoughts with you guys on this 9 till 5 working mentality and basically this system mentality. Especially because some people on the beer drinking video said, because some of you legends, as you know, you literally donated when we reached Land's End and we were having a pint in the first and last pub. First and last inn is actually the correct name, but you know, you guys donated on that super thanks thing and said, buy yourselves a pint, buy yourselves a pint. And I think 3 people donated, which is absolutely amazing. So naturally, the other day on that beer drinking vlog, I went out and I bought some pints because I like drinking pints. It's a little bit muddy here. We've got to be careful. Still got the Crocs on. Yeah, I like having a beer, simple as that. And also I like having fun. And I don't mind getting pissed every now and then. It's not as if I'm an alcoholic. Don't worry, I know about that. I've fucking had an addictive personality my whole life. I nearly fucked myself up with gambling and all sorts. So yeah, don't worry. We're not on that front. But yeah, I'll get pissed every now and then for sure. But yeah, basically I was just fulfilling exactly what you guys wanted. So I went and bought a pint instead of sticking it in my bank account. Yeah, when I said I don't have much money left, it's true. But we've got enough to keep going. I said how much I'm making on YouTube, which I'll talk more about in a moment. because hopefully this actually inspires some people to think, oh, maybe, you know what? Instead of hating on people and stuff, maybe I need to look at this differently and think, actually, there is a different way of living. And that's really why I want to do this video. Now, don't get me wrong. I know most people are in a 9 till 5 job that watch this channel. That's because most people in general are in a 9 till 5 job, and that's okay. Like I said, I've done that basically for the last 20 years until I left. But what I want to say is this. I was working in property investment, and when I left, and you could say that was the highest point in my system career, let's say. And I was working 9 till 5, exactly that shift, 5 days a week. I loved the place, I liked the work, I liked the management, and I liked the money. I've shared on a previous video, and the year before I left, I earned £103,000, and that's the most that I had earned inside the system as a typical working job, you could say. Typical meaning what most people see as a typical job, turning up to an office or whatever, where you got a boss and stuff like this. Wave to the cows, everybody. It's another day of freedom because of choices that have been made. Anyway, so basically what I'm saying is I was earning really good money, and I decided that I didn't want to be inside this kind of system, turning up to a 9 till 5 job and trading the majority of my daylight hours to be sat in an office. And, you know, when I was earning that much money, I was in an apartment in London until the end when I moved out of my van to get myself out of debt, cleared it, sacked it off, and then fucked off to obviously go traveling and do YouTube and stuff like this. But I was basically in an apartment in London. I was earning a lot of money, and guess what? I was also spending a lot of money, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this. Because I was going and I was getting deliveries every weekend, I was going to restaurants, I was buying whatever clothes that I wanted, going out all of the time. And yeah, basically, with an increase in income seems to come an increase in spending. And I think that's true for nearly everybody. Let's face it, that's the truth. Because even if you're deciding you don't want to get a delivery and shit like this, oh, we're getting muddy now, look, folks, flipping it. Even if you decide you don't want to get deliveries or restaurants and stuff, I know that you want a better house, if you've got a house. I know that you'd quite like a better car, and I know that more than likely you'd probably like to go on more holidays or better holidays. Instead of a 3-star resort, you go to a 5-star resort. Instead of self-catering, you go to all-inclusive. So basically just what happened is what happened to me. When you earn more, your desires also increase, so then you spend more. And I basically found myself in a position, I've just come out of the shower by the way, and this is why I decided also we're going to just let our hair down and just start talking. So basically, after realizing this, that I'm making money, but my desires are also increasing, I'm just spending loads more money. I thought to myself, Si, what are you actually doing this for? Why are you turning up to this 9 till 5 job? Why are you trying to earn more money? Because, to be honest with you, until a couple of years ago, when I had this mindset shift, you could call it. Wow, look at the views over the hills over it, by the way. Amazing place to walk. This is a walking, talking and exploring vlog then, I guess, guys. But yeah, basically until I, had this mindset shift, I just wanted to make more and more money. That's the truth. And that's literally what I did. I went from being a plumber apprentice, earning peanuts, getting qualified, earning a little bit more, starting a catering business, earning some more, getting into car sales, Mercedes, Volkswagen, earning more. Then I'm getting up to like 60, 70 grand. And then eventually I go on to property investment where I'm earning 100,000. And I spent literally that 20-year period basically just trying to earn more money. That was my goal, to keep earning more money. And then I thought to myself, okay, well, if this is the case and you've got to this position where you're finally earning 6 figures a year, as people say, I'm earning good money, within reason I can do what I want, I'm going out all the time, buying what I want, all nice food and all the rest of it, clothes, like I said. And then I still just thought to myself, well, no, but why am I actually doing this? Because I'm not actually doing this to buy more clothes. I'm not actually doing this so I can just get a fucking dessert with my Deliveroo as well as a main. I'm not doing this to buy all of this stuff that I'm doing. And I also don't care about living in an apartment. Hence why, obviously, I've been living in a van for the last 2.5 years. So I basically came to a conclusion where I just thought to myself, why the fuck am I doing this? Because I don't care about all of this stuff that I'm buying anyway. So then I basically realised, actually, what needs to change is me and my desires. So I thought, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm not willing to trade my life, the majority of my life, which you do if you leave school at 16 or you come out of college at 18 or university at 21, whatever, you're then going to spend the majority of your daylight hours for the rest of your life until you retire, which the retirement age is increasing now. I don't even know what it is now, 66 or something like this. You're going to spend the majority of your years working in an office, chasing things that you don't even want. So basically, I thought, okay, I'm not doing this anymore. And what I'm going to do, I don't know where this walks to. We've got the road there, I don't know if it's going to be a bit loud. Ah, fuck it, we'll keep going. Yeah, and then basically I decided, okay, you know what? Because at the time I was £26,000 in debt when I first started that job. That's why I got the job, to earn as much money as I possibly could, to then quit and leave. Got the motorway behind us now, look. But let's wander back. It'd be nice to go somewhere else, to be fair. Yeah, and then I decided, right, okay, this is it then, bollocks to this. I'm not going to do this whole system thing anymore. And my mindset just completely shifted. And I decided that I'm going to get myself out of debt. I'm going to move out of my apartment, sack my desires off as much as I possibly can in order to live a totally different life. And that totally different life, that mindset shift, that mindset switch, is to choose freedom rather than fortune. And from that moment on, I decided, okay, the new thing that I am going to chase now in my life is freedom. That is what I'm always going to work towards. That is what all of my decisions in my life now are going to be based on. The attainment of freedom rather than fortune. So I moved out of my apartment, I got in my van, I cleared my debt, and when I had enough money behind me, which was at £20,000 at the time, I decided I'm quitting my job, I'm leaving this behind, I'm leaving this fucking £100,000 salary behind. I'm leaving my 10 grand a month and all of these luxuries and all of this bollocks that I don't really even need anyway. And I am just going to live free in my van. And I'm going to cut down my spending, and I'm going to increase the amount of time that I spend outside, walking, exploring, and doing beautiful things on the planet. And from then, my life changed. Now, this isn't a success story. You guys know that from how honest I am when I talk about money, and that I said I had £2,000 left and my van broke down and all this kind of shit. This is life. Problems happen. So I left to live in my van. I've gone traveling. I've seen 18 countries over the last, pretty much 18 months actually, now, from when we went into Europe. We're obviously back in the UK, as most of you will know. We're still traveling around. But here's another thing that I want to say to you guys. Because, and again, this is not a message to haters. Well, the only message that I actually want to give to these people that say stuff like on the beer video, for example, and it's a few people, don't get me wrong, but I do believe that these words can potentially help these people and to anyone else. They say, oh, when you guys, the legends out there, that said, just buy yourself a beer. So I bought beer. And then people said, oh, you want to give money to a guy that doesn't want to work. Guys, this is what I would say to you. You know now that I worked for the last 20 fucking years inside the system. I've decided to go on a personal challenge of doing 60 videos, 60 daily vlogs in a row. This is my work. It's just a totally different work than you have ever imagined. And that's okay, because I understand that. I would never have imagined that a job, work like this can exist. Especially when I was inside the system and just chasing money and stuff. But when you have that mindset shift of chasing freedom instead of fortune, and then you think, actually, I don't need to spend all of this money. So if I don't need to spend all of this money on my rent and my bills and all these fucking nice clothes and all the rest of this bullshit that you buy, then I don't need to earn this much money. And that's why now the position that I find myself in, after really not that much effort, if I'm being completely truthful, I've got 98 videos, I think, on my channel at the moment. I started doing shorts when I was at my work with a countdown to work, to leaving my job. And I think I did 30 shorts. So I've actually only done, 60 odd videos. Long form, you could say, whatever you want to call it. And I've obviously done 21, 22, whatever it is, literally over the last 3 weeks, every day. So before that, and I only posted my first long form video 10 months ago. So really before that, if you look at that, there's only about, what does that work out as? There's only about 35 to 40 videos that I created whilst I was traveling in Europe over a 9-month period. Just 30 to 35 videos. And in that time, my channel got monetized. And now I'm in a position where there is enough people that want to follow this journey and are interested in this content, where I am just making enough to sustain this lifestyle. I can buy food and I can buy fuel. Don't get me wrong, if something happens to the van, we're in a difficult position, but I said that to you before. If I have to, I'll just get a loan. And if that runs out, then I will go back to work. So I'm not slating the 9 till 5. I'm just trying to say to people that it doesn't have to be this way. And this channel, this journey, Life of Si, this operation is proof that it doesn't have to be this way. If you choose to live that lifestyle, that's absolutely fine. I chose to live that lifestyle for the last 20 years. And I completely understand that a lot of people, and they mentioned it, even when I said that I left my 6-figure job, my investment job and shit like this, they say, oh, I'd have never left that job. But that's totally understandable. I understand that a lot of people would prefer to just earn a shitload of money, because don't get me wrong, it is a good life in terms of what you can buy and what you can, I was going to say what you can do, but to be honest with you, I've done a lot more since I've been earning hundreds of pounds a month. But still, I understand that a life of comfort that offers, making that much money, is pretty nice. Let's just say that. But yeah, it just doesn't have to be this way anymore. And already at this stage, now I've just started posting basically for 3 weeks in a row again. Already, I'm at a position where the channel is making, it's probably doing about $15 a day now. When I actually look back at the moment, about $15 a day for the videos, which I know to some people is laughable, but I'll make you fucking laugh even more if you think earning peanuts is funny. Do you know how much my bills are for electricity? Nothing. How much are yours? Do you know how much my bill is for gas? About £24 for 3 months worth of gas that I can use my cooker and everything like this. Do you know how much I've spent on water in the last 2 years? Nothing. So my life is extremely cheap. So that also tells us that actually, if you look at life differently, and instead of thinking you've got to live in this apartment, you've got to earn this money, blah, 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 maybe you don't. Because it does appear from what I have achieved so far, by leaving that job that was paying me all this money, freedom is actually not that expensive to attain. And that is really the message that I want to leave with everybody on this video. Freedom is probably a lot cheaper to attain than you think. Chasing freedom over fortune is probably something that I would advise. With no rate of improvement on this channel whatsoever, 0 rate of improvement, just staying at the same rate, I can pretty much keep traveling in my van free to go explore. And this is literally now off just 3 weeks worth of daily effort on my vlogs. And when I say daily effort, you've seen the channel, you've seen what I'm putting in. This is my job, this is my work. I am doing this daily. Every day I am recording, every day in the evening I am editing. Overnight the video's uploading, the next day I go again. But the difference is, I don't have to do this inside an office. I am choosing where to work. I am choosing where to walk, what to see, and what to do. And I do believe that this channel will not remain the same, because I am going to keep working. I'm going to keep exploring, and in time this channel will grow, and so will the funds. And then eventually I'll find myself in a position where hopefully not only am I now free to do what I want, to go explore, to see things, but also I'm starting to get back up to this income level where I was earning in a 9 till 5 in an office and trading my daylight hours. So there's my thoughts, people. I hope that this has helped some people. Like I said, this is not a hate on the haters or anything like this. It's genuinely just saying to those people, maybe you should look at things differently. Because I've literally had someone the other day, I think this was 77 years old or something like this, and they said, I wish that I had done what you did 40 years ago. This is someone who has worked their whole life inside the system and done this trading of these daylight hours, this 9 till 5 working mentality. They've done it. So if you don't want to listen to me, who's only 36 years old, listen to someone who's 77 years old and telling you the same thing. I've had people say to me, oh, you know, I've just booked a ticket to go to France because I've seen this vlog and you've inspired me to just go traveling and go do something. I've decided I'm going to go down to Cornwall and go car camping. I've decided that I am going to retire. And literally someone messaged me until they retired and said, I'm leaving my job. Thanks for this. You've inspired me to do this. Freedom is more important than you think, guys. I'd say it's actually probably one of the most important things that we can have in life. And yet it is probably the thing that people chase or try to attain the least. And that's because the system, the people that control the system, have you exactly where they want you, thinking that freedom is extremely difficult to attain. And it's not. The world has moved on. We've had the birth of the internet since the time of our parents or your grandparents and stuff. My granddad was a miner. My mum was a nurse in the NHS for 40 years. My dad worked with people in a school with disabilities. But times have moved on. You don't have to do this. Obviously, I love and appreciate the people that want to do this and choose to do this. That's absolutely fine. My parents and the grandparents before them traveled this path. But what I'm saying is the people who want to achieve freedom, that do not want to work inside the system, that don't want to turn up to a 9 to 5 job every day, the truth is you don't have to anymore. Because with the birth of the internet, with videos and all the rest of it that's come with it, it's opened up a world of opportunity. And what I would say to you is open your eyes and look around, because you can either choose to complain at someone that is trying to live a life of freedom, trying to advise people and help people that want to also do the same and live differently, or you can do something about it. And maybe you can look at your life a little bit differently and think, you know, maybe I should stop bitching and moaning at these people, and potentially I should look at actually trying to do the same. And if you don't want to, that's absolutely fine. But what I would say to you is shut the fuck up and stop moaning at those that do, because it is much better to inspire people and try and help people live a better life rather than trying to bring people down. So there's the words from this random walk and talk today. I hope it's helped some people. I hope it's inspired some people. And I guess I will see you, if we've got this far, on the vlog tomorrow, which we go to Newquay and we go check that place out. Anyway, have a wonderful day, everybody. Stay happy, stay free as can be. And I'll see you tomorrow in Newquay. Bye. Look guys, they've come to say hello to us. I love these ones that are like proper, I don't know, hairy, whatever it is, like this, fluffy. What's up, mate? Come on, let me stroke your head. There you go. Oh, he's a bit nervous. What do you guys think then about freedom? What do you think? Freedom or fortune? Yeah. I think they said freedom. They said we've got enough grass to eat. we've got enough water to drink, so just give me as much field as possible. So there we have it. Isn't that right, mate? Yeah, look, he just wiggled his ear at you.